Brazil, this is a big one, so we're gonna have to be careful. Follow those imaginary lines and see where they go. So let's just get started down here. We'll mop up this pretty quick. I think what I need to do is find a keyboard shortcut, or at least some sort of mapping that would definitely speed this up. This is going to be the largest one to date. I think it is slightly more area than Australia. Now we are still going for 100%. Zoom in a bit here. Let's take care of this fresh water. That's now in the atmosphere. See how much of this we can take out. Oof, that's the entire city. Detonate. Yeah, looking good. Let's mop up the rest of them. You know, Brazil's pretty interesting. It's probably one of the few places I would want to see. In South America, it's growing, but at the same time, it's ruining the largest natural resource we have, the rainforest. There's definitely a population problem. And the resource that it contains, the rainforest, is definitely more valuable than the people cutting it down. The largest carbon recycling system on the planet, yet it's slashed and burned for cattle, just what we need. More industrial farming. We haven't quite gotten past that. I think Australia took us about 20 minutes. Let's see if we can beat that. Yeah, other than that, Brazil really has nothing. Then again, I'm pretty sure we did use the 10G on Australia. Right. Yeah, we're mopping it up pretty quickly. That was a pretty small area. Yeah, the sundial is interesting. I'm going to see if we can't simulate the area of a 100 gigaton sundial. Basically 10 times the size. I think we're kind of at our limit. We don't need to run any numbers for actual casualties. We are aware of how many the country contains, and this is a 100%, so that is not necessary. Yeah, that lake is gone, no need to worry about that. Approaching 44 already. Now it is gonna start widening up here. Yeah, we'll just get close and we know we can fine tune it. We're just getting some rough numbers here. Rough numbers of totality. I mean, we will try our best. This is one of the large ones. I mean, we have United States, which is about 1 million square miles larger. Same with China. Canada's up there. The only other one is, of course, Russia, which I think is around double the size of Brazil. That's the one that's probably gonna tank us. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to split the country in half as best we can. I'll have to test that out once we get to the R's. This is definitely CPU bound and probably single thread. Maybe there's a better browser I can run this in. I can also test that as well. We're getting there. Once we split this down the middle, we'll be in the home stretch. Nice. All right. Let's take care of this southern section here. Split this again. Let's get rid of that fresh water. Let's see what that looks like. Gone. Entire ecosystems. Massive. I mean, we're about somewhere between 22 and 30,000 square miles just gone. Not to mention all of the combustion that would happen, all the flammability, anything within this radius will be up in smoke. Now, this isn't exactly the radius, but it is within the range we want to measure. Just open that up a bit. Yeah, this is the middle of Brazil. Yeah, I mean, the overlap is heavy, but you know, readjusting this, we could probably change our numbers 10% or more. The other thing I've been running into is the number of countries. There's about 195 plus 2 recognized by the United Nations. There are some other estimates that are including like territories, those types of things, and that pushes the number much higher to like 230 something. If we have population listings for all of those, then we will go ahead and take care of them. But if the top 197 countries are gone, there's nothing left at this point. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere you can. I mean, if you were underground, I think this sundial, or at least the Nomon, a pretty large earthquake, and this sundial, some talk of 9.0 earthquake. Can you imagine dropping 100 of these on a country right now? I mean, what is that going to do for the rest of the world? There is no rest of the world. But at the end, we will calculate and add up every single one we dropped on every country. You see how it's starting to slow down. I should get a frame rate readout so we can get an idea just of the rate at which we are losing them. It's a lot of overlap. That up a little bit. Yeah, that's good. We could use a lot less if we weren't intending to. Basically, remove the entire surface. I mean, the crater alone will be several miles. So there is no safe place. Alright, making pretty good time here. Yeah, this is it. All right, now the north section. Just cut this in half. Border up here is a little messy, but take care of that. Yeah, we'll get a little bit into Venezuela, but we can't be helped. Bring this down. Okay, we're closing it up. That's what we want. Wow, look at all that. What is this? The Amazon River? It's not the longest, but I think as far as cubic feet per minute, it is the highest. Well, that's gone now. Assuming these are countries, although that one isn't named. Find out what it is later. Pretty good. Well, let's seal that up a little better. All right, this is the edge here. 162. Must be a different country, so we're just going to walk around that border. I mean, that would only be one or two more, so, you know, if it is, it is. Let's just get rid of this delta here. Nice. Yeah, we're getting up there. Close it up. Let's just wind this down. Close enough where just minor tweaks isn't going to change our numbers that greatly. Here we go. It's the final stretch. Yeah, there's some significant overlap. This is it. We're going to save that spot for last. You know what I'm talking about. That's it. Well, let's just get one more over here for good measure. All right, one more right in the center there. That's a little too much. All right, one more. That we can be assured is that